Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with John McCain, a.k.a. Big John. He's training right now currently at Victory MMA. John, how are you, bro?
I'm feeling great.
Oh, come on. Let's go.
I'm feeling great, man.
That's how you come into an interview, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so talk to me. Let's go back.
Let's go back.
When did you start fighting or start training, or what was the first thing you did? Go back. How many years ago?
Oh, wow. So, initially I started wrestling actually at the age of 11 years old. I grew up, born and raised in Chicago, inner city. My mom would usually work double shifts to try to pay for everything growing up, provided me a great childhood. But because she was gone a lot, she tried to find activities for me to do. And I was a big, aggressive kid, so she found wrestling, started that at 11, and just rolled with that. And actually, that stopped after high school. Went to play college football a little bit. Did that for about 3 years. Lincoln University, Missouri, Southern University, A&M College. Let's go Jags.
Yeah.
And then after that, did the Navy for 6 years as a
wow.
hospital corpsman. And then I got out the military. I went to school, and I was just looking to work out. I like to stay healthy. And I just popped into Victory. I'm a huge fan of Jocko, so I just wanted to lose some weight, just work out, and I miss grappling, so I wanted to do a little bit of that again. And,
Yeah.
I walked in. I trained for maybe a week before Coach AP came up to me. He was like, "Do you fight? Do you want to fight?" And hell yeah.
That's how it happened.
That's how it happened.
All right, so hold on a second here. This is crazy. You wrestled
Yeah.
for 7 years. I'm
Yep.
doing the math here because that was high school done. You didn't box. You didn't do anything else. No other martial arts.
Nothing else. Just street fighting.
So, okay, talk to me about that. Did you get in a lot of fights?
Yeah. Growing up in Chicago, it's a rough lifestyle. Even if you are growing up in the best environment that your parents can provide for you, it's hard to not get involved in what's going on around you. The things you see, the people you're talking to every day, that you come across every day. You see things that to us we don't even speak about because it's normal. But then when I left Chicago and started talking to people, I realized it wasn't normal. Me and my friends would go out and just sometimes pick fights, sometimes just walk around and hope people pick fights with us because we're dumb Chicago kids just looking to have our version of fun at the time. And so, I fought quite a bit.
So you didn't decide, hey, let me start boxing or something. You just wrestled and then street fought.
Actually, a funny story, I attempted boxing once when I was younger. I was probably about 13. There was a gym not too far from my house. I went there, joined the boxing gym, maybe like my first or second day there. The coach put me into the ring to spar with a guy. And mind you, I've only been there for 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm a kid. So I go in there and I'm trying to do all the techniques he's teaching me and the things that I learned. And the other guy isn't doing any of it. He's just street ducking it out, just throwing haymakers, and I get my ass whooped. And I was like, well, what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah.
I'm doing what you taught me, and I just got whooped on. Not happening, not coming back here. I'm just keep street fighting. I'm going to do what I know how to do from now on. So, that was one of 2 fights I've lost in my entire life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one. And then the second one was, I was young. It was an older kid. I was talking smack. Shouldn't have been doing that, but, man, I love that. That was a great moment in my life because I learned a lesson. I don't talk shit. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
And I don't underestimate nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened? You got your ass whooped by this kid?
Yeah. So a neighborhood kid about 3 years older than me. I think I was about maybe 9 at the time. But I was a big kid. I was a small kid. So the older kids didn't feel too bad about roughing up with me. I would get up with them because I was a big kid. And one day we were all at the park. I remember it was a huge group of kids. And we got into an argument. I don't remember what it was about, but I was just talking smack and hit me. I wish you would. Let's go. And he threw the first punch. And it was on from there. He got me good. He won that fight. But, man, since then, I ain't lost another one.
Did you show him respect afterwards? Like, hey, bro, did you give him props or you were still enemies?
No, we're still enemies. I actually didn't see him much after that. I saw him again a little bit when we were older, and I told him, hey, you got me clean. I'll give you that. But just know it's a different story now. That'll never happen again.
And what'd he say? Fine?
Yeah. You're like, all right, cool. I respect that. Because we grew up together. We weren't like enemies, but the tension was there, Yeah. And we were in the same neighborhood. We were literally 2 blocks away. We played at the same park all the time. So, but yeah, I was like, you got me then, but no, it ain't happening no more.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so fast forward now. So this was now, you were in the Navy.
Yeah, 6 years.
What'd you do in the Navy? Oh, hospital corpsman.
Yes.
What, did you do a Westpac? What'd you do? Did you travel?
Yeah. So I did my first tour shore duty in Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah.
Loved it. Actually, when I was there for about 2.5 years. The entire time I was there, I was actually doing CrossFit. The entire time, I got into competing a little bit. So that just sparked my cardio, and that kind of showed me like I can compete after college.
Yeah.
Because that was the first thing I had done after college, and after that I was like, sports, competing, all that is done. It's over it.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I realized like I can still compete in college, and CrossFit was great, but it wasn't aggressive enough.
Right.
I needed. Did that, left there, went to FMTB, got my field medic training out the way, went to Virginia. Where I was with the Marine Squadron out there for about 3 years. We did some awesome tours. Unfortunately for people like my wife, she got that bad COVID deployment when she was stuck on the ship. I was in 4- and 5-star hotels.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, living it up.
When did you get out of the Navy?
January 2023. January 13th.
What? You just got out?
Just got out. Just made
23. 2023.
Just got out.
All right, hold up here. So you're telling me, how long have you been doing MMA? Training? As of right now?
7 months, I think. Maybe 8.
7 months?
Yeah. JD, I'm different.
Come on. I'm sensing this. I just got chills, bro. 7 months?
Yes, sir.
How many fights have you had, like in a ring?
I had one Muay Thai fight, and this is actually the debut. This is the show that everybody's been waiting for.
Bro. I'm like,
everybody's going to see, man, a show. It might not be a long show. It's going to be a show.
Oh my God! Yeah. What's your specialty? Give me your specialty besides being an animal.
These hands.
Oh man, these hands.
These hands.
That's it.
Yeah, I feel like I can box with the best of them. Especially let me train, let me get more experience under my belt. I'm just gonna get nastier and nastier. And you know what? I can't even lie, JD. I am so fortunate as a fighter because when I first stepped into Victory, I was instantly surrounded by high-level pro fighters.
Yeah.
That just took to me really well. They taught me I never had issues with sparring too hard or not hard enough. They taught me the rules right away, how things go, how to train hard, when to take a break, when to say no. And so I was very fortunate. So I was able to progress super fast.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And so who is your motive? Who has inspired you as a fighter? Who's the guy or woman who's inspired you the most as a fighter?
Oh, Bones.
Oh yeah, John Bones.
Oh, Bones. I wouldn't have stepped into the gym if it wasn't for him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's the one?
That's the one. Bones is the reason I even stepped into the gym. John Bones Jones.
He was the one that said, hey, I'm doing this.
John Bones Jones. Just watching him, I was like, I don't know. When I watch him, I just see a lot of me in it. Yeah. I'm like, I can do that. I can do that. Something about me, just being able to dominate. It's like, I can't live without that. I can't. I don't think I ever can. And so when I saw John Bones, I was like, y'all could really, really do that. And I was like, let me just get in the gym, work out, try to lose some weight, see what happened, and just.
And so the guys over at Victory MMA right now, how many days a week are you training?
6.
6 days a week.
Yeah. So it's technically 6. I say 5. My wife kind of asked me this because I have 2 rest days a week, but one of my rest days consists of only 1 training session instead of 2 or 3. So, yeah. So she's always like, "That's not a rest day, but it is for me." So.
And what do you do for recovery?
Nutrition. Diet is huge. I try to make sure I get as many carbs in as I take out. Especially with my body. My body weight fluctuates. I can drop weight in a heartbeat.
Wow.
So if I'm not watching it, I'll be 10 pounds lighter before I want to be.
Wow.
Yeah, which can get, that can get dangerous really fast.
Exactly.
You're dropping faster than you want to. Huge sleep, and honestly, my wife is the best. I remember I was talking to one of my classmates, and I was like, I got home. I was eating some food or something. I don't remember what the conversation was about, but basically it was around the gist of I had left something for my wife to clean up at home. And he kind of got offended to it, and I was like, no, bro, you don't understand. My wife generally gets upset if I do those things because she knows what I'm doing. I'm also in school right now. I'm double majoring in finance and real estate at USD, as well as training 2 to 3 times a day.
Wow.
So she refuses to let me struggle. She's like, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you can just focus on the things you need to focus on. So I have the best support system there is.
Hey, listen to me. And I preach this a lot, bro. Having that right there, a true partnership where you've got your lane, she's got hers, and you don't overlap. She knows you know the roles, right? You don't overlap the roles. I love this story, man.
Yep.
Okay, so speaking of which, 6 days a week, 2 to 3 times a day is no joke fighting. What is your main motivation? What is your why? Why do you do what you do? What makes you keep moving forward and keeping motivated?
Honestly, there's a little bit of, I don't want to say fear,
Yeah.
but not knowing that if I don't get up and do this every day, I'm not getting something out that needs to be out. And if I don't do that, eventually he'll come out without me wanting him to. Yeah, so I kind of feel like I have to. Like, even days when I don't go to the gym, my wife tells me shit like, I don't like you when you don't go to the gym. Like, like, go work out, go do something. Like,
And where does that come from? What happened? You something in childhood? What you got?
I mean, growing up was rough, and I just feel like, in order to survive in Chicago, you kind of have to put on like this really hardcore demeanor. You got to be tough on the outside. You can be soft on the inside, but you got to be tough on the outside.
Yeah.
Nobody can know how soft you're on the inside.
Right.
You know? And I never wanted to just be tough on the outside. I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this all the way. This who the fuck I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
And I don't know, something about that. It's just as I got older, it's just this spiraling thing that just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. And if I don't do something, then it's not a good day for anybody around me, including myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big of an impact was your mom on your life?
Oh, my mom was everything. My mom. My mom was everything. Raised me by herself my entire life. Not because my dad wasn't there, but not because he didn't want to be.
Right.
But nonetheless, he wasn't. She raised me my entire life by herself. My mom was the greatest. I can't remember, like, I have conversations with people that tell me about their parents, how when they grew up, they got spanked and this or that, or this happened, they didn't understand why. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, yeah, I got punished as a kid, right? But it was never like, I never felt like it was coming out of anger. It was always out of love. Like, she would legitimately sit down, have conversations with me. Hey, this is why I feel this way. How do you feel?
Yeah.
You know, what's going on? She would apologize to me. I have so many black friends that tell me all the time their parents never apologized to them.
Oh, wow.
And my mom was wrong. She would sit me down and be like, hey, I was wrong. Like, and this is what I did. This is what I want you to understand. She raised me to be a man. She was always telling me, like, because growing up, my cousins, so I grew up in a house with about 8 or 9 of my cousins in one house, in my granddaddy's house, my great-granddad, for a long period of my childhood. And my mom would always take me, like, downtown, or she took me and my one cousin to Orlando to go to Universal Studios, took me skiing, and she would tell me, your cousins don't get to do this, but I do all these things for you because I want you to know what type of things I want you to be doing for your kids and your wife when you have a family.
Yep.
Because it's so many people in this world that don't get to experience that. She's like, you are experiencing that, and I want you to give that, pass that on to your family as well.
Dude, amazing.
Yeah, my mom was great. I love that woman to death. Yeah.
How proud of you is she?
She's so proud. She tells me all the time. She actually just sent me a text the other day that kind of got me a little teary-eyed. But she's so proud of me. She's not a huge fan of the fact that I'm fighting, but she has come around, and so she's super excited for the fight.
So would you say it's fair to say that you fight for your mom as well?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Absolutely.
And your wife?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How good does that feel?
It feels great. It's amazing. And it's so funny that you said that because I always wondered why my football career didn't work out. And it was because I didn't feel like I was playing for anything or anybody. I was just having fun. You know, fun is good, but you got to have a reason, a purpose, a passion. Now I'm here and I'm doing this. I'm like, if I don't make this, what am I going to do to feel my wife? Because I'm pinning everything into this. This is who I want to be.
This is it.
So if I don't make it, then my wife can get the lifestyle that I know she deserves.
Yep.
You know, I can't go buy my mom the house that she deserved, you know. Move her wherever she want to move to, do whatever she want to do, because she's retiring in 4 years. She's a Cook County sheriff back in Chicago.
Wow.
So when she retired, I need her to be able to do whatever she want to do, go wherever she want to go. So
come on.
Yeah.
Dude, amazing. Dude, this was a pleasure and an honor, man. Come on. I want to keep going. My normal MO is I go long period. I want to go deeper, further on this one because you're
I'm enjoying this.
Who you fighting in 2 weeks? Who is it?
Ash, last name Ash.
Okay, come
yeah,
on,
I can't pronounce the first name.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky.
Do you know anything about him?
I know he's at Universal Grappling University or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that in Victoryville. I'm excited. I know he got a fight underneath his belt. I think he got a first round TKO.
Yeah.
So good for him. Hey man, I hope your MMA career goes great. I hope you get more TKOs. Just not against me, brother. It's not against me.
Ain't happening?
Nah.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, Big John McCain. It's been a pleasure, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. That's a wrap. Let's go.